In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I clean all my dirty lash tweezers at the end of each day. So before I get started, I actually like to just spray down the whole area that I'm going to be cleaning and using, just to make sure that everything has been sanitized ahead. So I'm just spraying a little bit here, and I'm going to wipe it down, and I'll show you guys the cleaner that I'm using. So this is the disinfectant and wipe cleaner spray that I use. So it's actually fully ready to use. It's Ecologico. So I just refill this in my spray bottle and I use it to disinfect all my surfaces. So not only the sink and stuff where I'm cleaning, but I use it for my door handles, my massage table, everything like that. Okay, so this is the disinfectant that I use. So this is Preamp CS20, CS20. And this has a 14-day reuse, so you can actually keep reusing this same disinfectant for 2 weeks, for 14 days. You want to be really careful when handling this because it is a corrosive. So I always wear gloves when I'm handling this. And you can see here that it's fungicidal, tuberculocidal, and sporicidal, so it kind of like kills everything, which is what we want. And you want to allow the devices to soak for at least 20 minutes. So that's why it's super important that you have multiple sets of tools, because you won't always have 20 minutes in between your appointments. I have my little container here. Now I use this to actually sterilize the tools with this preempt cleaner that I'm going to be using. So in here we have a little tray that we put the tools into, and you can just open and close it like that right in. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that because I need to put in my cleaning solution. I always do this over the sink in case I have a little bit of a spill. Now right now this is a brand new jug, so I'm more likely to spill it, so I definitely want to have gloves on and do this over the sink. So I've got my cleaner here. It actually had a little spot to make a hole, so I just made a little tiny hole there, so I'm not going to spill this all over the place. It is corrosive, so we do want to be careful. Now I'm just going to carefully pour this in and fully fill this up all the way. It's already diluted exactly as it needs to be, so we can just put this straight into the container here. We don't want to fill it up all the way. I'll show you guys how full I fill it, so that we still have room to put this in and out without it spilling over. You can see how full I have it here. So I'm just gonna grab this tray out of the way. So that's about how full I have my container. I wanna make sure this is gonna be fully submerged, so that the tools are gonna be fully submerged in the disinfectant and the sterilizer. So I'm gonna put that back in, close it up, and you can see there as it goes in that my tools would be fully submerged in the solution, so that's what we want. Okay, so I've got the jade stones here, so I would just remove the stickers that I have on here. Sometimes it takes a little bit of peeling, and then I'm going to spray these down with a little bit of 99% rubbing alcohol. And then if I have any excess glue on here, I have another video I show you how to remove that using acetone. But for this, I'm just going to be spraying these down with a bit of rubbing alcohol. I always use these lash glue stickers as well, so there's not too much coming in contact with these other than, you know, my hands and everything like that. So we definitely need to be cleaning these as well. So I'm just going to spray those down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So I've got a few of my dirty tools here. So the first thing I want to do is actually clean them down. I've got a little nail brush here. I find it's just a little bit easier to hold. I can hold it like this and really clean at them. And I'm going to be using a little bit of just good old Dawn Ultra dish soap to give these a pre-clean. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these from top to bottom really well, just with my scrub brush and the Dawn dish soap. Now I'm going to put them into my sterilizing soap here. So I'm just going to open this up, and the top tray comes up like this. I still have my gloves on, of course, when I'm working with this, and I'm just going to dump those tools in. And I want to make sure that they're fully submerged in the solution. So sometimes you might have to top up your solution a little bit. And so I'm just going to let those soak for the 20 minutes that they need to soak, at least 20 minutes. So I can set a timer for that while those are soaking. This is just a method that I use. So just make sure the method that you use is approved by health and safety in your area by the government officials. Okay, my tools have now been soaking for about 30 minutes, so I can go ahead and just remove this little tray here. So you can rinse them actually through just on this tray here. So I use, again, hot water. So see, at the start there was a bunch of foam coming up. Now we've rinsed pretty much clear here. So now I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and I'm going to put the tray back into there because this can be reused for up to 14 days now. And give them another rinse. And then I have a clean towel or a clean paper towel here to put the tools on to dry them. And now these tools have been fully cleaned, disinfected, sterilized, so I can actually put these away once they're dry back into wherever you store your tweezers. So you can see why it's so important to have multiple sets of tweezers. You may actually have quite a few sets at the end of the day that you do need to soak, because you need at least 20 minutes to soak them in here to get them, properly and fully cleaned. So that is it. That's the way that I clean my tools at the end of each day.